Welcome to Unhinged Magi. Hi, everybody. We're back. And you know what? We like to talk about ancient times of yours, and when things were printed to oblivion and beyond, right? Revised was one of those things. Printed to oblivion. It took years and years for that thing to rise. Oh my gosh. I bought some boxes at $53 a box.
Heck, we got this sitting right here.
Well, I didn't pay. I actually paid way more than that for that one.
They all came like this, guys.
Well, some of them did. Some of them were booster boxes.
Yep.
But yes, that's in theory. Yes, that's true. They came in like that. Fantastic. I paid a lot more than that. But
not back then.
Not back then.
I mean, what did you sell for $8 to $10 each for each starter? Somewhere back then?
Let's see. There should be a price tag on there somewhere.
Oh, really?
Wasn't there? No, maybe not. Yeah, it was like $8 or $7.95.
And there's 10 starters in each of these bricks.
Yep. It's expensive back then too. Then they kept on the shelves for a long period of time, and nobody was buying them. Why? Because they print way too freaking many. They printed their player base, and it just sat on itself. It wasn't that it wasn't a good product. Yeah. Didn't have any power in it, but it didn't go as fast as the other stuff. Unlimited sold out.
It's important to keep the numbers in mind. There was around 1,000 of each alpha rare printed, around 3,000 of each beta rare printed, around 15,500 of each unlimited printed. But then when you actually shifted over to revised, especially if you include the German, Italian, all that, there was about 288,000.
It was so much more.
So 1,000, 3,000, 15,000, 288,000. I mean, that's quite a step up.
There's
right?
a step up there. A large difference. A large difference. But let's talk about revised graded cards.
Because that is not the same thing.
That is not the same thing. So we have some graded cards here. Craziness. All right, we got dual lands. These are just 9s, right? But what if they were basic 9.5s? Ooh, those are expensive. And quads, oh my gosh, it's so expensive. And people are actually buying dual lands that are encased, graded, and having a great time, smacking it out, gravy trained. They love it. In fact, I traded a bunch not too long ago for some actual alpha cards, which is crazy to think about. I actually traded revised for alpha cards. It totaled up that much. These were nice 9.5, some 9s. They were all signed. It was fantastic, right?
Yeah.
Still going? We're still going. All right. And then people are actually doing that, and prices are rising for Revive.
They are. So the big deal here, you guys, is that these revised cards actually being graded, these all got played. They all got opened. They weren't considered valuable for the longest time. So there's a whole investment market that's beginning now about actual high grade revised cards. And that is quite a different thing, because even though there is a ton of revised that was printed, there was not, in fact, a lot of high grade revised that were ever sent in for grading. They were all cracked and played, and they're all beat up. So you don't actually find a lot that are like 9s and 10s. However,
there are certain people out there that do crack boxes, and they do send in cards for grade.
Right.
And so, but grading is a lot about population. Population is actually a thing. And if you're actually, well, let's say you send in dual lands, you might hold back some dual lands, right? Because you haven't sent them all in.
That's right.
You just keep them in the back burner, and then might be, Sarahs out there that are graded, but you hold back a Sarah.
It's
at the same time. Oh, right. Okay, sorry. It was behind our face. We hold back Sarahs at the same time. So as we can trade them out, we can actually send more in. And we keep cracking them. And we keep sending even more in.
Yep.
So what happens to that population report?
Well, as those get sent in, the population increases, thereby decreasing the value of the high-graded ones.
Right, because I could get some 10s on these. Each one has a potential chance to be better than the others. It could be worse. But then, what do? I'll just send in another one of the same card. And over, I got more lightning bolts. I have some of these. I can just keep sending them in. The population keeps rising and rising and rising. So where's it going to end? Well, I have to stop cracking for one.
Yeah, when people
I have a shred scroll over there on the wall I haven't sent
when
in.
people run out of still like high quality ones to send in is when that runs out. But see, that's the problem, you guys, with like 288,000 of each rare that was made. There's probably still a lot of them out there that are either like sealed or just in great condition, but just haven't been sent in.
Well, I have 9 more boxes downstairs for just
that,
revised boosters.
That's just you.
Boxes. And I also have 2 more revised starter bricks in the vault as well.
And we know that Rudy has a bunch as well.
Oh, he has tons. He has stacks.
Yep.
That's not even funny because he has stacks.
So that we're not trying to say that investing in a high grade revised is like a terrible idea.
No. It's not a terrible idea. And prices will rise over time.
But we are telling you there's a little bit of, as that price goes up, other ones might go in for grading. And so like, don't look at the population reports thinking that that's it. That's really the key message there. You got to realize that there will be more growing population of high grade revised cards.
Yeah. The one thing you should probably remember, if you actually buy a grade 10 revised, you're going to be paying out the nose. The odds are there will be another 10 revised.
Yep.
High odds. It should happen.
At some point. Someone's going to hit it.
When you see an uncommon revised card trying to sell you at like $3 to $4 grand, it's probably not $3 to $4 grand in reality. At the end
definitely
of the day.
don't. Yeah, for commons and uncommons, even if it was a 10, and you guys, it is hard, legitimately hard to get a BGS
it's
10.
Absolutely hard.
But even if you see one that's like a common or an uncommon revised, it's a BGS 10, it's not worth the premium.
Exactly. It's at that point it's not. Especially just sell for the 9.5. It's a lot cheaper. You know, it sits as just as pretty as a 10. And usually Beckett fudges a bunch of those things. I'm just telling you that in advance.
So definitely don't consider this the same way that you actually consider like a BGS 10 like Beta or Unlimited or Arabian Nights.
Those are different stories.
It's not the same thing.
It's not
the same thing.
Right. I could crack all my boxes, send all my commons in, and send all my uncommons in. I can even send all my rares in, and I'm going to get some 10s.
Yep. Now,
that's a lot of cards.
On the other hand, if for some reason you actually can nail like a 9.5 or a 10 revised card for a decent price, sure, that's a great investment.
That's a different story entirely too.
Yep.
Yeah, a decent price, one that's normal. I'm saying that if you have an individual card like this and it's graded, it's going to cost more because it's been graded.
Yep.
Period.
A perfect example is like take Underground Sea. This one right here. Now, if Underground Sea, like, you know, a nice high-end, like near mint, but loose one is going for like $700 to $900. If that's the case for like a loose one, and you see like a BGS 10 that's like $1,000 or $1,100, that is a good buy at that price.
It is.
Because BGS 10 is in fact hard to get. But if they tried to sell this at like $3,000, we're in like a loose, like a loose high grade one, you know, is going for like $700 to $900. Like 3,000 or above would not be a good price.
Yeah.
Yep. So there is a break point, but you got to keep that in mind because like you can get like a Beta Lotus. You could pick up for probably 20 grand to like 60 grand somewhere if it was like fairly beat up in that range. But like a BGS 10 Beta Lotus, that's like $500,000. So that premium is way higher, right?
Right. But it's also more rare, and you know no more are coming.
Yep.
It's very unrealistic that any more 10s are going to come out.
Yep.
So there's a huge difference between those prices, right? Now, the person selling you to this might say, man, someone bought one for $4 grand. I'll give you a deal at $3,500. That's just him talking. You know, and it's sure, someone might have bought it for $4 grand before. Mm-hmm. But you got to think twice. You know? Because around the corner, you might be willy-nilly and just go ahead and buy take $5 grand and buy a half of a revised box and pull one.
Yep.
In which case you could set it in yourself, cost you $25, and there you go. You got yourself, probably a quad. It's really hard to hit those 10s.
Right. I would just definitely not spend big money on high grade revised, but they're worth it at the right price. But definitely not like the big money.
Exactly. All right. That's pretty much our show, but how far are we in?
Yeah.
We got 33 seconds. Let's talk about Burger King. Do you like Burger King? I don't really like Burger King French fries. They taste terrible.
Such a left turn.
I mean,
Like the view count just dropped. Everybody's like, we're
hey,
talking
well,
about Burger King
we
now.
didn't start off crazy this time. We pretty much just went into the video. We got to put something crazy in it. I mean,
Okay,
but what do you
okay.
think about Burger King?
Honestly, I like McDonald's more, but I like the Burger King fries a lot. Since you're asking.
No. Burger King's fries suck.
So there you go.
McDonald's fries are pretty
Controversy.
good, but only if they're hot. Now, if you got Five Guys, those fries are good.
Not much is worse than a
Wingstop
cold
fries
fry,
are good.
honestly. Anyways, you guys, don't blow your wallets on like huge amounts of like revised high grade cards. It ain't worth it. Don't do it.
Unless you're buying from me, in which case mine are all priced to gold.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Give him tons of money, I guess. Anyways, you guys have a great day. I hope you had a good time watching this video. We'll talk to you later.
Talk to you soon.